All right, let's do some Brendan. Brendan Schaub was in fine form the last couple of days.
Oh, he looks good.
He was really... I don't know if Brendan had a lot of his kratom, whatever you fucking call it. I don't know if he was full of that. I don't know if he was full of his Tiger Thick Panther Piss vodka, whiskey, whatever it is. I don't know what was up with Brendan, but boy, was he feeling himself these last couple of days. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know he's just like Machine Gun Kelly and Drake?
Ooh. Can he rap or not rap, depending on what your preferences are?
It's it's in how they handle the haters be. Oh. Remember, Brendan doesn't give a fuck about the haters.
That's true.
Remember that? Haters don't matter. He doesn't care about haters. Forget that he developed a dossier to try and prove who the haters were once.
300 pages.
300-page dossier to find out who the haters were. And forget that he talks about them nearly every day. Brendan don't give a fuck about the haters, yo.
B.
So Machine Gun Kelly gets so much hate, right? So if you're just you're addicted to your cell phone, you're like, God, people hate Machine Gun Kelly. But if you open up your eyes,
I love how he says to his co-host, if you're obsessed with your cell phone. Meanwhile, Brian Callen can't even have it in his pockets during the show. He's got to have it sitting right out there on the table. So if you're addicted to your phone, B.
But if you open up your eyes and you look at how many downloads he has on Spotify, and if you look at his arena.
You ever see how many tickets he sells?
That's what I'm saying. Arena sold out tour, or Drake for that matter.
Holy shit. You know what, Brendan? You're right. Oh, my God. Did you know Drake and Machine Gun Kelly sell a lot of records and downloads, and they sell a shitload of tickets?
God, we've really gone deep, though. Did you hear him? And with, like, the whimsy, he said that. But he's like, if you open up your eyes, you'll see.
This guy, like, is so... Like, why can't he just say, look, I read all the shit on the subreddit. I'm kind of obsessed with the hater thing. Like, this is not you telling us these things so that we change our mind. This is you telling yourself and Brian Callen because you guys are still insecure.
Dude, Brendan's my favorite.
You don't need to tell the rest of us. We know that Machine Gun Kelly sells a lot of albums. We know that Drake is wildly successful, Brendan. So who are you telling this to exactly? That's my question.
It is a good question.
Is Brendan saying this to us, or is Brendan saying this to Brendan?
Or is he just trying to get some attention from his, idols?
Is he just like, does he look in the mirror and give this same speech? Like, people hate Drake and MGK too, buddy. You got this. Let's go do the show.
Whoever it is.
Doing okay.
Yeah.
Doing okay.
Oh, or even me. Oh, dude, his comedy's not... Sold out 2 shows in Calgary. What do you want me to do?
I heard Calgary. You had
this is a really dishonest thing that Brendan's doing right now. I wouldn't mind this at all. Cock off about your sellouts, absolutely. But admit your fuck-ups, too. This is what Shuli was talking about today. Mm-hmm. Anytime you start bragging about when you're big dick comedian, it means you don't know how to handle bombing, and you're not growing as a performer anymore.
Right.
Because those good ones are like the gimmies. You're like, hey, good. It's great that happened. But you focus on the bombings and the ones where people don't show up.
Yep.
Brendan never goes on his show and talks about the shows he's canceled, or the shows where barely anybody showed up. Never.
How bad his special did.
But the minute he needs to reaffirm himself about the haters be that he doesn't care about, it's Machine Gun Kelly, Drake, and I just sold out 2 shows. I just don't like the dishonesty of it, the misrepresentation of it. That's the only thing that bugs me about that.
Yeah. So it's
the rest is adorable.
But I heard they wanted to add another show, like a 3rd show.
2 shows.
Yeah.
2 shows.
But I heard they wanted to add. I heard they were standing room only.
Yeah.
Holy shit, guys! He's just like Drake. Drake would do
see a guy do something
only shows. So now Brendan Schaub is going to compare himself to LeBron and Tom Brady in this next one.
No.
So in the last clip, Brendan was so far he's what? He's Machine Gun Kelly.
And Drake.
He's Drake. Now he's going to be Tom Brady. And who was the other one I said? It's going to be Tom Brady and LeBron in this next one. All right, here we go, Brendan.
See a guy do something crazy, and you're like, that's not real. That can't be real. That was so impressive. That can't be real. You're actually helping Jake Paul in this. That's all you're doing. You're just feeding into his narrative.
Again, This is Brendan Schaub laser focusing in on haters again.
What is going on with the Jake Paul thing? So is he an anti-Jake Paul guy
No.
too?
This is about the people who think the fight was fixed.
Okay.
He's saying you're full of shit. But again, it's like Brendan's whole gimmick now is being like finding haters, and then he all of a sudden starts projecting his own insecurity about the hate he gets. Like, I wish Brendan would be honest and say, God damn, man, I just wish these people loved me. I think I'm a nice guy.
I just want to be adored.
I just want to be adored. I want people to like me the way they like Joe, and it's not happening, and some of these people are really mean, and God damn it, I just wish they would stop it. Instead of doing the false projection thing where you're like, I'm such king shit, bro. I'm like MGK and Drake. It's like, Brendan's no one's buying it. It makes you look douchey and less. That's the irony. The more he tries to obsess about the haters and defend himself, the more douchey and unlikable he becomes. Mm-hmm. That's the sad tragedy of Brendan.
When you say that, that's a compliment. That's such a compliment. It's the same thing. I've had people go, Schaub doesn't write his jokes. There's no way. They come to the show, and then Mark told me, this guy, thinks you have someone writing your jokes. I'm like, damn, that's a compliment, dude. They think what do they think? Chris Rock writing them? Who's writing them?
Yeah, that's what they think. They think Chris Rock is writing your joke. First of all, Brendan, you have done. He's impressive to me. Mm-hmm. The mental gymnastics he's doing here to make that a good thing. No, Brendan, what they're saying is you're really fucking stupid, and they don't think you can write a joke.
He kind of is adorable to me in the way that I don't think he wants to be at this point,
right.
But he is my favorite.
The way he rationalizes,
yes.
Right? The way he puts himself into a spin cycle and comes out with this rationale where you're like, Brendan, you never even had to talk about any of this in the first place. None of us were saying this to you, buddy.
I'm like, oh, man, that's dope. I'm never like, what? That's ridiculous. No, dude. Hell yeah, man. Fuck yeah. You think somebody else is doing that? That's dope, dude. That's great. That means it's a good show. It was so good.
He's just I was just going to say he's a big kid.
He is. You kind of want to just, buddy.
Yeah, you're just you want to give him an ice cream cone and watch him eat it and go, I ate it too fast.
Oh, it's okay. You just got a little brain freeze.
It's okay, Brendan. Just don't eat it so quick, bud, and you won't get that brain freeze.
I'm going to name my firstborn child Brendan.
Yo, I got brain freeze, B, but that just means I got big brains. So that's like a compliment.
You think somebody else is writing it? Hell yeah, dude. This is great. This is fantastic.
He's so happy.
So with Jake, same thing. Exact same thing. Exact same thing. Same thing with Tom Brady, right? Dude, he's whatever he is, 44. Dude, there's no way he's that good. Yeah, he's on steroids, right? We always want to cut the legs from other people because we could never comprehend that.
Again, it's just this obsession with haters and the hate. We just want to cut the legs out from people. No, you just read too much Reddit. Brendan, nobody on Reddit likes anybody. The minute they start liking someone, it's countdown to when they can rip them apart, buddy. And it's okay. That's what they do for fun. That's their good time. Let them have it.
Most people, I would say, don't read the Reddit threads that are about them. Most people just don't because they know it's garbage and people are really mean there.
Dabblers Anonymous loves this show, but if you go into a clip of ours on that subreddit, there's at least 50% of the people on there going, fuck this guy, I hate him.
It's just, and look at that cunt.
Yeah, that's what they do, Brendan. You don't have to spend all this time comparing yourself to Hall of Fame athletes.
How much better would his life be if he would just stay off Reddit?
Oh, he'd be in a mindless
bliss. He'd be so
bliss.
happy.
Yeah. He'd be eating the ice cream on the show.
Yeah.
We could achieve these accomplishments. Oh, my God. Tom Brady, dude, he's on so much shit. LeBron, dude, so much shit. Okay. Just makes you feel better about yourself.
Again, this is a man just trying to project his insecurities and be like, no, instead I'm like Tom Brady. This one is really good. Brendan... Oh, boy, did Brendan step in shit in this one. And like I said, I'm going through these kind of more quick hitter than usual because I've got 4 of them today, and this is our third one. This second to the last one is maybe my favorite. Brendan gives a hot MMA take about the recent UFC pay-per-view, where Charles Oliveira got stopped by Islam, and now he's the new champion. There was a controversial fight on that card where Sugar Sean O'Malley defeated Petr Yan. And it was very controversial. It was a very controversial decision. Most people feel that Jan won the fight.
And
now Brendan's going to give you his theory as to why Jan got robbed. And then I'm going to see how many of you can spot the fault in his logic. It's very funny.
Watch the fight. He goes, definitely won.
Agree.
Put a heart emoji.
Agree.
And then since then, Daniel Cormier, he says he's been hearing stuff about Peter Yan because, Peter Yan, he lost a split to Aljamain. He had the DQ because of the knee, and then now this Sean O'Malley thing. He's saying that he thinks the UFC doesn't have his back, so he might want to do something else. And not
you
be
mean
in
the
the
UFC doesn't want a Russian champion during these times? Yeah.
I don't know. But so...
You think maybe, and I love how he thinks he's got such a hot take. Like, you think that maybe the UFC doesn't want a Russian champion?
Come on, isn't it
Ukraine? Now, wait a minute. You might not. It's okay if you don't know why that's funny.
I do. I totally get that.
No, don't be so sure. Why is that funny? Why is that an asinine statement to make, specifically for that pay-per-view card?
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
Now I feel like you're backing me into a corner.
It's okay if you don't know.
Okay.
I want to, because a lot of people in the chat might not know. Why is it funny that he's going, you know what it is? Maybe UFC doesn't want a Russian champion during these times. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe no one will get it. Maybe I'm the only one who drew this conclusion out of this.
I'm very interested to hear what you say before I say mine, because I just really thought that he thought that was the hottest take in the world while Russia's...
No. That in and of itself is great. That's very funny too. But I'm
assuming somebody on the card.
It's Islam.
Yeah.
Islam beat Oliveira.
Okay, that's where I was going to go with it next.
Islam is Russian.
Yes.
The guy who won the lightweight title, not just that very night, but the very next fight, the guy who won the title was a Russian.
He's a Russian.
Oh, and again, Brendan felt so good about that take. He felt so good about where he was going with that. He's like, "Oh, I got something nobody will give you." So now,
wasn't it so cute how confident he was in that?
So now, April, armed with that knowledge, let's watch that part again.
He's saying that he thinks the UFC doesn't have his back, so he might want to do something else. And not
you
be
mean
in
the UFC doesn't want a Russian champion during these times? Yeah.
I don't know. But so that's what Daniel...
That guy's uncomfortable.
That guy does not even address it.
He's like, no.
Vendetta against Peter Yan because he's Russian? Yeah, good chance.
Good chance.
Look at him just kind of,
What are you going to do with that?
Listen to that silence after Brendan looks at his stat guy over there and is like, huh? And the other guy's like, because people don't go against Brendan because it hurts his feelings. So that guy's like, I'm not going to tell him. I'm just going to let him go.
In fairness to that guy, I'm sure he just wants a job.
Well, not only that, Brendan's a wreck. We know this. Like, Brendan doesn't look how he handles anonymous criticism, for Christ's sake. You think he's going to be very good with a guy looking right at him going, Brendan, you fucking idiot. The next guy in the next fight is a Russian and he won the title.
No, and if you're making the host of your show that you're working on feel uncomfortable in person, you're probably gone.
Goddamn right. Don't you forget.
You can't fight in Russia.
Definitely can't fight in Russia.
No.
Not right now.
What do you do with that? Face of...
Fight in Las Vegas like they always do.
I don't know of any of these fights that go on in Russia.
Oh,
do you?
I love
When's
them.
the last time it was in Russia?
Oh, I just love this.
That division's Russian.
I love that he falls into his hot takes and just marries them right away without looking into it at all.
With what's going on right now, it's going to be tough to market. You think Americans are going to get behind that? American audience? Can't advertise in Russia for the most part, I don't think.
Oh, this is brutal.
From a business standpoint.
Fucking brutal.
I'm with Peter Yan. I'm like, I'm fucking out of here, dude.
He keeps looking at him, too. He keeps really looking at the stat guy like, come on. I'm right. Back me up here.
That was fucking brutal, man.
Oh.
And he's leaning in with that. His co-host is trying to be silent, like, dude, no, fucking terrible.
His co-host
take.
trying to save him.
This is awful. Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. The implication says Abu Dhabi, dumbass. Yeah, that's what they'll fight. They'll fight in Abu Dhabi. They'll fight in Brazil. They'll fight in Las Vegas, New York. They'll fight in the Honda
Texas,
Center.
Dallas.
They'll fight in L.A. Yeah, pretty much everywhere else, Brendan. They'll fight there. Oh, man. But he was, you almost feel bad correcting him because he was really proud of that take.
He's always so proud of his takes. It's the cutest part about him.
Well, I saved the hottest take for last.
Okay.
Brendan Schaub is going to go one-on-one with Ye and his recent behavior.
No, he's not.
Oh, get the fuck ready, folks.
I'm ready.
So they're like, oh, we won't. No, absolutely not. All right.
Well, that's
It's such a shame. And all you got to do is educate yourself, know the history of Jews, and you would have so much respect, Kanye, because you think you came from nothing, Bella? You think you came from the depths of hell to get to where you're at? Educate yourself on the Jewish people and what they went through.
Don't say it.
What are you talking about, dude? You'd have so much respect for them. And if he went, I educated myself. I didn't know. Oh my God, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then if he apologized, then we can all move on.
Yeah.
The Jews in America had it worse, according to Brendan Schaub, than black people in America. Who owned the blacks, Brendan? Dude, come on.
That one's hard to digest almost because the sports ones are so fucking innocent and cute and weird.
Notice when he does all the takes, everyone around him just goes really quiet.
I do notice that, yep. They don't want to say anything lest they be thrown into this debacle he's putting himself in.
Marcus writes, fuck your mother, Brendan. Yeah. Dude, do you want to look at the numbers of what percentage of slaves were owned by... You know what? I'll stop there.
Not good.
I'll stop there. You guys can look into that yourself.
Not good.
Oh, boy. You think you had it bad? Jews in America? So far, so good, I would say. Now, Jews in Europe, in that 6-year span, pretty rough.
Yes,
pretty rough.
Very bad.
That span where Hitler was killing Jews was really rough for the Jews.
Kind of ugly.
So you got that. Let's give them 10 years on that one. Let's give them like 35
whole
to 40.
decade.
35 to 45. We'll give you that. Really terrible time. For black people, from about 1500 to about yesterday, it was dog shit. Dude, come on. You want to know how many people in that amount of time. You want to talk about the numbers of the Holocaust. Let's talk about the number of people killed during slavery, died during the Middle Passage, getting from Africa to North America. You want to talk about...
Piled on top of each other.
Millions. Fucking untold millions. We don't even have the number. And then on the other side of the ocean, in Africa, being rounded up, how many people were killed doing that. And then you want to talk about the treatment as property. You want to talk about the breeding practices, the lack of education, all of it.
The things they were just made to do in general.
Brendan, holy shit, man. Like you said, the
I
Peter
couldn't even
Yan
laugh at that one.
Yeah, the Peter Yan take was terrible.
Yeah.
But at least that's just a guy doing a fighting sport.
And it's sports, yeah. Who cares?
This is going...
This is people.
Kanye, you want to talk about Jewish people? They've had it way worse than black people in America. Really?
The fuck they did.
Wow. Again, I only ask you to go look at slavery ownership statistics. That's all I would ask you to look up for yourself, and then you can know. Raider Hawk Media says he's recreating history for his own agenda. Oh, well, no, I don't think it's even that clandestine. He's just dumb.
Yeah, when it comes to Brendan, he really is just that stupid.
He's just a dumb guy.